tall people may really have the upper hand when it comes to sports. Scientists have found taller people are better at perceiving distances than shorter people. This means they can more accurately identify the position of objects like a ball from several meters away. It is not just their elevated viewpoint which improves their accuracy. The Ohio State University's study found taller people's spatial perception was superior even when they were sat down and shorter people stood on a box for extra height. They think they may have developed the ability because they are used to looking at the ground from further away. The finding could help explain why so many successful sports players are tall, including England footballer Peter Crouch at 6 feet 7 inches and tennis champions Andy Murray and Venus Williams, who are 6 feet 3 inches and 6 feet 1 inch respectively. For the study, researchers at Ohio State University asked 12 short people and 12 tall people to predict distances in 3 different settings: full light, pitch black with a green LED light as a target, and darkness with dimly lit red LED markers on the floor or ceiling. They wanted to see how the participants performed in the dark to test out the theory that brains make up for a lack of information from the eyes by using existing knowledge about the surroundings. During the study, the volunteers were briefly shown a green target light at a distance of between 3 and 20 meters. They were then asked to walk to where the light had been. Taller people performed much better than shorter people at predicting how far away the target had been in the pitch black. Both groups were more accurate when they had visual clues such as red LED markers on the floor or ceiling. When taller people were sat down and shorter people stood on a box, the taller group was still more accurate at determining the distance. Study author Professor Teng Lingu said taller people may have developed better awareness of distances because they were used to seeing the ground from a higher vantage point. Taller people have a better perspective of the ground. For example, if 2 traffic cones were placed directly in front of each other 50 feet away, someone who was 6 feet tall could see the distance between them far more easily than someone at 4 feet tall. Professor Wu added, to have accurate space perception, the ground surface is very important. We are really reliant on the ground. We don't float, we don't fly, so maybe through evolution our brains have taken this factor into account. She said there was no scientific evidence yet that short people who always wore high heels would develop the same visual advantage, but there was a possibility people could adapt.